Hey everyone, today we are going to look at the MHS, that's Modular Hitch System Rack by Saris. Basically, you have your 2-inch receiver that comes out depending on what attachments you want to put on this base. I went with the 3-bike one, so we'll have 1, 2, 3 bike racks on here. You can have tail lights mounted on the back. You can have cargo trays. You can mix and match whatever you want to do. So we are going to get this base installed, add 3 bike racks for my upcoming race, and we'll see how easy it is. It's supposed to have a clamping system for ease of access. So let's get this on the car and start building. So this is a future proof of bike rack hitches. We will install that base with the basically, you've got your handle to bring the bikes up and down from the tailgate and this little pad when you do drop it down. This will fit a 2-inch receiver. All we have to do is slide this in and start building. First off, we will thread this pin in with a 5/8 wrench for added security. There is a lock on the other side. Let's get this on. Now with that fully threaded on, we do have this little locking mechanism with a key. It folds up out of the way, and then when it's on that little ridge, that is now secure, locking the bike rack to your vehicle. So what makes this fully future-proof is we will need to install these clamps underneath with 4 hex bolts. And then once these are on, we'll get this up onto that base. It'll clamp on, and then we'll have like a T-bolt and lock it on. But first things first, with the 3 bike racks, I'm gonna install these, and then we'll get the placement on the hitch. So the weight limits for the tray, the 2 closest to the vehicle will hold up to 80 pounds. Then you have 35 pounds, and if you add that 4th bike rack, it'll hold an additional 35-pound bike. And now for the latch installation, you'll put this bolt with the hole through. You'll have the bolt go through that hole, and then you will tighten this up, and this will come down and then latch into place, and then we tighten it up once it's on this shaft. So since we are mounting 3 on, I'm just going to dry fit this one, and then we can make fine adjustments later on. There's that, and then this will come up underneath, clamp on, and then we'll tighten that bolt underneath. Looking good. So you'll notice underneath there's a cutout, and that will be for that rear wheel tray. It basically slides into that cutout, and we will have that secured, clamped on the back, and that'll be for the rear wheel. We'll put them on all 3. Let's go to the front. So for your front wheel chock, all you have to do is lift this arm up, press the gray, comes up. We will put the front wheel chock here, and then there's 2 screws that come up underneath. We will install this back one that also has 2 screws from underneath. So if you order the base system, it will come with 4 lock cores and a key. All you have to do is install this, and we have on-board locking, which is super nice. I probably have to use a key for this. There we go. And we'll get that installed. Perfect. Just like that, we can now pull out on each end and lock our bikes to the rack. So this is a moment we've all been waiting for. This handle, you pull it out, it'll come up. What's nice is you can keep it away from the tailgate with a bit of an angle, or it goes right up flush. And it's pretty close to the back. The wheel trays will, on my vehicle, they're about 2 inches from the bumper. It does have this nice little pad, so if you do have bikes on it and you do have to move it away from the vehicle, it'll rest on that foot. So there's no scraping, there's a rubber pad on it. Lift it back up, and we are locked in. These wheel trays are fully adjustable down to 20-inch bikes. All you have to do is unloosen this, pull it out, and then slide that down. I don't have any small bikes that I'm going to be putting on today, so let's get my road bike on. In order to lift this up, you just lift this gray clip and it comes up, and we'll do that on this side. Lift up the gray, get this out of the way. This will be the front wheel tray, so we'll mount a road bike on that. We'll unhook this rear wheel for added safety. Get that out of the way. Install the road bike up front. And then listen to this sound. Center this, come to the back, do the same. We've got this mounted right beside the valve. Tucked up and away, make sure we've got tight on that side. Tight on that side. If I wanted to, I could come down just a little bit on this one. It's fully customizable, and then I would have this lower. But that bike is not going anywhere. Look how solid that is. So we've got the Saris MHS 3-bike rack all built up. It does have a spot where I could put a 4th bike. Obviously, the heavier bikes, it's rated to go closer to the vehicle, and then the farther you get out, it still can hold some pretty heavy bikes. We'll have 3 on this one. Like I said, there's multiple attachments. I could put a cargo basket in the back, I could put it in the front, I could have a bike on, I could have 2 bikes on at a 4th bike. But this thing is, I only need 3 bikes. I've got a family of 3 of us that ride. This thing's gonna be great, and we're gonna be going up camping with 3 bikes, and we'll test it out. But this bike is solid, it's not going anywhere. I'll leave some information below, and hopefully you enjoyed this build up and the new Saris future-proof rack. Thanks for watching.